Okay, let's do this.
Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy High Five Vega. This is Reverse Polarity. Third show this week. I'm going for the Dean thing.
Yeah, no doubt.
I still might not have as much as you.
Well, I
but,
mean, we made up
have,
for it this week because we
yeah,
did
maybe.
Yeah, we're doing that Instagram 911 series this week. So
yeah,
lots of fun.
And I think I'm going to do the 12 days of streaming. So I just got to schedule all my streams around your guys' streams.
12 days of streaming?
Yeah.
Oh.
Gets a little crazy. Maybe we just randomly talk about things. Could be very late at night, early in the afternoon. Who knows?
I find that like we did there was a couple weeks there that Haley and I did 5-Star After Dark on Instagram. And you get the whole West Coast crowd that are still up, because like 1 o'clock at my time is definitely no big deal for those guys. So Dean, you won Installer of the Year. No, I did not win anything yet. That is the contest is the 13th is the final. So we'll find out all the answers to that on the 13th, and I can guarantee you I didn't win. So
yeah.
But
if you guys didn't know who the man talking is, he is the man who never sleeps. He is Car Audio's favorite cynic. He's also the man who once argued for Jar Jar Binks over the child. It is Dean.
What's the child's name now? We know the name.
I don't know the name. I haven't watched season 2 yet.
Oh, you haven't watched season 2 at all?
I'm waiting until it finished. I want to watch it all at once.
Oh my God. We know the name now.
Oh, we know the name.
Oh, and we get to see Ahsoka Tano. If you've been living under rocks. And also, did you watch any of the cartoons?
No, not yet.
Okay. Because, dude, let me tell you what. The cartoons like Rebels and Clone Wars, worth the watch.
I've heard they're maybe some of the best Star Wars.
They are, but a friend of mine was like, "Man, you gotta watch these." And I was like, "Really?" And I was like, "All right." I got like, when COVID first happened and like there wasn't much going on, I was like, "All right, I'll binge watch these." And it was like, so, there's a Mandalorian chick that one of the girl from Battlestar Galactica who's also in Longmire. God, I can't think of her name right now. Buff. She played she played a guy's role in Battlestar Galactica that was typically a shoot. Anyways,
I don't know who that is.
Someone in the comments, tell me who it is.
It
wasn't Gina Carano. No,
she's the other. She's the bounty hunter.
Yeah, she's the MMA chick. But anyways, she's a Mandalorian in the cartoon. She voices the character. But she's the only person that has ever gone from the cartoon to the live action and been the same character.
And I've been watching some deep
Starbuck. Yeah, it was a Starbuck. Yeah.
Star Wars.
Katie Sackhoff. That's it.
Who?
Popped in my head before. Katie Sackhoff.
Oh, I don't know. Dude, I'm not hit, man.
You trust me, you know her. You've seen her before, and you'll go, "Oh yeah, I know who she is." Yeah,
that's how it usually is.
Yeah, Katie Sackhoff. Fro, thank you, Fro, coming in with the clutch. Yeah.
Let's check out the poll. What do you say?
Let's check out the poll.
Let me make sure I pick the right one here. Okay.
Oh.
This week you can only choose one. The rest are gone forever. Our contenders are pancakes, waffles, French toast, and crepes. What is your personal pick?
Okay, so this is the pancakes I could care less about because that's just dough.
Yeah.
Waffles, I like waffles and chicken, and I like waffles as a hot dog style shell that you can put like sandwich material in. So that's like the only thing for waffles. Because putting butter on waffles, I would rather die. It's just my brain just can't. It won't spread evenly. But French toast is heavenly. Like there's there's somebody made like bread pudding out of French toast once.
Yes.
And it was like, oh, this is sex. So
I thought I was the only person that liked French toast.
Oh no,
pancakes and waffles.
Oh God, no! French toast is the shit.
I'm usually the outlier on this type of stuff, so I know that I go in knowing I'm an outlier, and then I see that French toast has taken the lead by 34%, 33% pancakes, and
that's enough to call it its president. Oh,
yeah, yeah. And waffles. I would
Waffles
put
are
waffles.
getting.
I'd put them in front of pancakes myself, but
Whoa,
whoa,
damn,
lost the headphones.
yeah. Like waffles. The only waffles I think are even worth your time are Belgian waffles.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's it. Anything other than that, it's like, who
Egos are
cares?
horrible.
Yeah, Lego, my ego. Okay,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have it.
You can have this. But I don't want to.
Yeah, rock on. Yeah, but now breakfast is like one of my favorite things. Like I could, I don't eat it all that often because it's like, give me breakfast. But I just, I have to have, I have a banana or fruit. Banana is fruit, but I have fruit for breakfast every day. So
Yeah.
Either a banana or grapes or cherries or some shit like that.
My wife, she won't eat breakfast at all. She's a breakfast hater, and it's the only thing that I don't love about her.
Oh, see, I like eggs, man. Eggs. Yeah. See, I get the double chicken. I want a biscuit with eggs and chicken, like from like
huge
I think
shout out. Yeah. Huge shout out to the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit.
Well, you get it chicken, egg, and cheese.
Oh, I never got it with egg.
Oh,
it's chicken two ways.
Yeah, the chicken double. Yep. Yeah, the double team. Yeah, you get it. What I call it, the before and after.
Which one came first?
I don't care, but they both taste good with cheese on a bun. Waffles and ice cream. Yeah. Oh, dude. So when we were in St. Augustine, there's a place called Cousteau's, as in Jacques Cousteau's, and that's what they sell is waffles and ice cream. So if you're ever in St. Augustine and you're walking around downtown area, there's a place called, you got to go in there and get waffles and ice cream. And it was funny.
Full waffle or
it's a full waffle, full waffle, freshly made Belgian waffle covered in ice cream with caramel and chocolate drizzle, and just like I'm going into a shock after this one. And the funny thing is Haley's like, because we have friends of ours that were like, hey, you need to go here. And so we walked past it like twice, and Farmer's like, let's go, it's hot, let's go get some ice cream. And she's like, yeah, they say the chicken and waffles are great. I'm sorry, the ice cream and waffles are great. And we go there, and I'm the only one that gets waffles and ice cream. All these other guys just get like a scoop of ice cream. And I'm like,
what do we come here for?
We came here for their signature dish, and you guys are just getting ice cream? This whole experience is lost on you people.
You've messed this up horribly.
Yeah. Waffles with fried chicken and gravy and syrup. Oh, yeah, all in a bun. Yeah, so man. Disney has a chicken and waffles that's terrible, but I've gotten it many times. It's like a sriracha chicken and waffles with coleslaw.
Oh, but it sounded good. I would do the sriracha, but when you said coleslaw, that's a bridge too far.
You don't like veggies?
I like coleslaw. No, I do like coleslaw. I just don't want it on chicken and waffles.
Yeah, it's weird. And then they did a Nutella waffle with like fruit and stuff, but Sue's like, I don't mix my foods. What a goof. Yeah, I can't mix waffles with ice cream. Oh, that would be terrible. Oh, oh, dude, trust me, that was one of the big hurdles when we got married. It was like, wait a minute, you like dip mashed potatoes into your chicken and gravy, and no, eat all that first, and then it's like lines on the plate, and then she just turns it and eats. I'm like, you're killing me.
That's how my wife does it too.
The only exception is ranch
separated.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's normal thing. I mean, it's normal thing. What's up, Scott?
Yo, Firefly. I'm not.
Oh, I love the movie Firefly. You didn't watch Firefly?
No.
Dude, it is totally worth it. Nathan Fillion or whatever it is. Yeah. Dude, it's totally worth it. It'll still stand up. You can go watch it. And then when you're done watching it, you watch the movie. And it's like, it's icing on the cake.
That one ended quick too, didn't it?
Yeah, it was like one season, maybe 2 seasons, and then the movie. But it was perfect, though. You were like, this is perfect. I can, like, everyone was clamoring for it to come back. But it's like, no, it was good enough. Just let it go. But totally, you could watch it right now, and it stands up.
I'll do it. I'm watching Queen's Gambit right now. If you haven't seen it.
No,
dude, it's good. It's
not. Crack whore. Yeah.
What were in those green pills, man? Who knows?
Yeah.
But what I do know is my car audio shirt for today is not shirt; it's a hoodie, and you can't see it because it's a 5-star hoodie.
Yeah, and the logo's
this
on the back.
It's been getting major play, man. I've been wearing the hell out of this thing.
Yeah, Fernando's been wearing his this week. I, of course, wore like I'm like, I'm gonna ruin it. Well, of course, my shirt for today is Haley's new shirt, which is because
I
it's
haven't seen that.
Christmas. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is Haley's new shirt. You can find this, of course, over on Teespring at the Boring Life of Dean and Haley, or the Boring Life, or whatever. It's there just because it's Christmas. If you can't find it, text me. I'll send you a link.
A long sleeve and then the hoodie, and you're set.
She got all that. I got none of that. I wanted just the shirt. I was like, hey, just give me the shirt. She's got like a long sleeve shirt that says Boring and the Supreme logo and all this other crap. I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't need any of that.
Kids always have everything we don't have.
I didn't care. I was just like, whatever. Here you go. Let's just click buy. My credit card's on file. Just burn it. You know, like Teespring and I have this great relationship. Teespring is so funny because, you know, you can't use any of the money that you make at the store to buy anything. So it's like, I keep forgetting to have them send me a check. So I haven't cashed out in like a year and a half.
Oh, man.
Because it's like, oh man, I gotta go.
That'd be a little Christmas bonus.
Oh, it's a hell of a Christmas bonus. But I just, you know, I just haven't thought about it. And then it was like, every now and then I'll go, oh yeah, I need to have them send me a check. And I'm like, oh, I forgot. And then I'll be like, you know, like, oh, I gotta send these people hoodies. And it's like, crap.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, it's 3:00 in the morning. Maybe I should sleep before work.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's this week totally with the 12 days of Christmas coming up. Oh my God, dude, it's been nuts. Like, it's been busy as hell at the shop as always, but just trying to get like, it was one of those things where it's like, we have time. Oh shit, we don't have any time.
Yeah.
So this week has been getting the calendar done, getting the calendar up. So the calendar is up now on DNF Tool Drawer. So I finished that last night, put up all the instructions, all the rules, all the disclaimers, all the, you know, if you live here, you can get it. If you live here, you can't get it. So like, but the calendar's up and done. And if you go to DNF Tool Drawer, you can find it. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, it's the 12 days of Christmas. We got like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of car stereo crap to give away.
And it's ending and finishing super strong.
Oh yeah, it is. It's going to be crazy. So, and it goes all the way to December 31st. So we're going past Christmas because we had enough vendors that wanted to participate. Like we have right now enough to take us to 30. And so we're going to think of something for the 31st if we can't get someone to come in the end, like, you know, a superhero in the end. But we have a backup plan, but so it just says surprise. So we don't know what it is yet, but it'll be something. But so tomorrow, exactly. So tomorrow, the video of the day will be the first week. So from the 7th to the 11th, because the 12th is Saturday and I'm off because Haley's graduating. And if I have anything to do with car stereo that day, she'll stab me. Kids. So we filmed everything that is for this next week. So we go through the whole, what you're going to win and how many, it's crazy. I mean, I'm just sitting there going through this stuff. Like, I mean, we're opening up crazy with Helix and that whole system. Yeah. Like that all showed up. So we went through it all and it's like, I want that system myself. Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
I want that. You know, this sucks. I don't want to give it away.
Well, see, now I know why I was eating my dinner tonight, going to put on the Boring Life, my every dinner Thursday
and it's
show.
Not
and
there.
I was like, yeah, it's not there.
It'll be there. I'm going to edit it tomorrow night. So part 2 to the Disney trip that we did. Because I just, last night it was 2:00 in the morning and I was trying to get our video done, plus get the calendar up and get the webpage made. And like I spent all Monday designing the calendar, getting that all sorted out. And then Tuesday night was finishing the calendar. And, you know, so it's been like late nights, as obviously the man never sleeps. It's raining true this week. So like Haley come home last night and it was about midnight. And I was like, hey, take a look at the calendar. She's like, you spelled that wrong. I was like, what? Oh my God. I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, oh, you're being a jerk. I'm like, no, I'm just tired. It's been a long day, you know?
Hey, kids are just getting going at midnight, man. That's when they start to shine. That their juices are flowing. They're ready to roll.
Dude, not her. Don't kid yourself, man. She is like, no, that's not her. But Okay, so let's talk about car stereo. Sorry for
Yeah,
running the gamut on all the other things. I mean, I know talking about winning thousands of dollars worth of stuff is a sucker.
very
It's just a
cool.
terrible thing. But what do we got? What do we got for a
All right.
topic?
Today is the episode where we talk about stuff.
Okay, we've covered that so far. I mean, I know you've been busy all week, so I mean,
Yeah.
what did you have in mind?
Well, we can do, I figured more car audio annoyances, car audio trends that annoy us. But I think,
All of them.
I've been working or thinking of a new segment, and I need your guys' help naming it. We need a segment where Dean just gets something off his chest for the week.
Oh God.
Whatever it may be, we can call it Dean Rants. We can call it, you guys have good names. Send them to me, high5vega@gmail.com. And we'll start that. Dean, do you have a rant that you want to get off your chest this week?
I mean, for me, the only thing that's like this week has been exceptionally rough. I mean, we had a Viper that we worked on at the beginning of the week that was it was like putting Humpty Dumpty back together again. They just I love the car to pieces. I'm a big fan of the Viper. I'm not a fan of working on the Viper because they just it's just horrible to work on. But we finished it. It was a pain in the ass, and it turned out really well. And then we went right out of that into a 911. And so my biggest rant for the week is for all the professionals out there that do this for a living, do your goddamn job. Okay. If someone is paying you, whether you're professional, hobbyist, whatever, somebody is paying you to do this to their car, do your damn job. This car that we took apart, I don't know if you've seen any of these on Instagram. So we're trying something different. We're doing a multi-part series on Instagram where we go on a couple times throughout the day and we show you the progress of this 911 because we know everyone loves 911s and there was just no way to film it with the time constraints we have. So I was like, hey, let's do it live. So we'll go on and we'll talk about things like here's the beginning, here's all the shit that this car had in it, and and I use that word in emphasis capital, SHIT, not just like S lowercase. No, it's all capitals with quotations, exclamation point, dot dot dot. And so if you want to see what I'm talking about, by all means, head over to 5-Star on Instagram and watch. I think we're on part 6. Tomorrow we'll start with part 7. And we're basically taking we're taking you through this transition. Anyways, he has Rockford T1 components in the front door. And you really want to open that can of worms. That's marriage. That's love. That's 25 years right there, man. Anyway, this guy has T1 components in the front door, punch series in the rear door. No big deal. Components. It's a Titan. Had a Rockford factory stereo. He's complaining of engine noise, and it just doesn't sound good. No problem. So we're going to pull out. He had an addictive audio amplifier. There again, nothing wrong with the amplifier. It's just what he had. Now, the Rockford system in that car has a subwoofer underneath the driver's seat. It has an amplifier up underneath the gas pedal. And, of course, it has the ugly radio with the top screen. And he's like, it just sounds terrible. I just want to redo it. Take it all out. I'm sure it's crap. And no problem. So, we're like, okay, well, we're going to have to pull everything out and start over because we can't, even though your speakers are already installed, we still have to see how they're done. Oh, thank God. This is a store policy that I put in place. And this is the reason why. Okay. So the factory amplifier is underneath the gas pedal. So you kick off the side panel there that was already falling off because of where they mounted the bass knob. And up tucked in there is an Alpine brick amp. Okay. And you're like, okay, really? A brick amp? Just jammed in there with 10 feet of RCA and more speaker wire than you ever possibly imagined. Now I felt like I was one of those archaeologists digging shit out. I'm like, oh.
Did you have a little brush?
Oh, totally. Just and I needed one because anyways. So 2 Memphis crossovers come out, and I'm like, "There's no Memphis speakers in this car.
Oh,
what are these for?" Fernando takes the speaker out of the door. There's another crossover in the door for just the mid bass that they sanded the label off of it, like as if you didn't know this wasn't a Rockford because it's not black and square and like what is this? So think about it. They took the time to sand the label off. Why? I mean, I guess if you're going to suck all the way, I guess swallow, take it down, drink it, go to town. So then we're like, okay, this is weird. And they made a mount for the speaker, which they look like they have a beaver on employment that just kind of
Oh, I seen that. I seen
Okay.
that part. I didn't see the
Yeah,
rest
yeah.
of it, but I seen
Okay.
that part. Yeah.
So we pull this speaker out of the dash, and they did the, oh, let's just pull the cone out of the factory 2-inch, and we'll glue the tweeter into place. And then, like, if you're gonna do that, clearly the speaker wires, like, it's a nice thing because that whole 2-inch speaker comes out and unplugs, and then you can cut the wires, solder on your speakers, and reuse the plug. No, they didn't do that. They T-tapped onto it, and it's like, why? Like, is no one else? Is there anybody? McFly? So, but it gets better because now there's a passive crossover up in the dash too. And we're like,
so we're at 4
we're at
passive.
3 passive crossovers so far that none of them are Rockford, and I don't know what they're doing. Pull the rear doors out, and in the rear doors, thank God, is the punch crossovers. And we're like, oh, okay. But the tweeters are, there's little grills on the doors, and the tweeters are smashed into those so much so that the factory grill is popping off. Thank God that the grill is popping off and the tweeter's not getting smashed, because I've seen that plenty of times where it's like the dome is sticking up too high, so people just smash the dome down.
Yeah.
Which is great.
That's
it's like,
always a good idea.
It's like you realize the dome is there, but like they're not working. Oh, they make noise. It's not. That's not how it works. Yeah, it's not how any of this works. So yeah, we pull out. So at the end of the day, there's 4 passive crossovers. 2 of them are 4 passive crossovers. One of them is right. None of them for the Rockfords. There's no T-Series passive crossovers in the car anywhere. So we had to sell them a new set of crossovers. All the tweeters are just glued into place. So, like, but it's like, okay, so now the subwoofer is underneath the driver's front seat, which is also where he put the amplifier. We're not using the subwoofer anymore. Like, it's not doing anything. It's not hooked up. You cut all the wires to it. Why would you not take it out so you could mount the amplifier better? They mounted the amplifier. They took 2 pieces of wood, MDF wood, spray painted in black, stuck them underneath the amplifier, took the floor mat, the plastic floor mat, whatever that expensive floor mat is that people put in their cars because it snows here in Florida and you want to keep the snow off the, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways,
the weather
tech. Thank you.
Yeah.
They screwed the amp to the wood through the WeatherTech floor mat.
They wanted some. They wanted vibration protection for the amp.
And then they used 5 drywall screws to screw the wood to the carpet. Which
nice
to the carpet. Thankfully, it didn't go through the floor. It just screwed a bunch of screws into the carpet, like carpet tacks, I guess. And I'm like, and then there was a 12-foot RCA between the amplifier and wherever it was connected, which was only 4 feet away. So, I mean, 6-footer would have been better. But so, we're just, and then they used, you're going to love this. This is icing on the cake. 4 gauge was to the battery, 100% copper, to the ground, not. CCA, baby, all the way. And I'm like, are you serious? Like,
did they just start throwing stuff in there? Like we have this stuff. This is all we have, and we need to make it work.
I don't even know. I have no idea. I just look at this and it just pisses me off to no end, because it's like, this is why this community exists, because these are all guys like, I just want to do the shit myself. Because these assholes that are just like doing dumb, it's like, and there again,
say how much he paid them.
I don't even ask. I don't want to know. It breaks my heart. It literally breaks my heart to see something like that. I'm just like, oh God.
Here he goes. Here we go.
Didn't I? I know, that's why. That's why I added the little like, you're gonna
had to do it.
Yeah. But anyways, that was a little long-winded, I know, but it was just fun to cover all that. And of course, we're fixing everything, and that's what you get to see in this 911 series we're doing on Instagram, is like the start of this, like, oh my God, and then the transition between we're basically doing homes on homes, where we're taking you through and we're showing you how all this is supposed to be done right and why. As if that's what we do anyways, but we're just doing it in a timed out manner. So you don't get to see the nuts and bolts of it all. We just talk about it. And, it's a lot of fun. It's something different.
I love the short videos too. But I will say, when it gets to it and it's like it ends, I'm like, damn. I wish it was longer now.
Yeah. Well, see, the bad thing is, here's the bad thing. Like, we just finished the ground zero stuff, and
That's when I was watching this.
Okay, we just finished it, so that's it. We never got any further than that on the car. So that's the last video. Someone's gonna go, "Where's part 3?" Not made yet.
Wait, no. So there's no part 3
There's
for the
no
part 2
part
I
3.
just watched.
Yeah, there's no part 3. That's it. So you got 1, 1.5, 2, and then
that is the ultimate. That is the ultimate troll.
So
was that Sleepy Bean that done that, or
no? So basically, we shot that the week we were closed for COVID. We shot that, and then COVID. Then we were like, okay, let's have people just drop off their cars and we'll work on them in the install bay. And it was literally from that day till now has been non-freaking stop. We have not had a break. Like, even vacation.
Trying to prepare for the 12 days of Christmas.
No, that's all over. It's all overtime. Like, we're gonna be late there. Like, so I got my running done, and so now it's like this is I was like right on time tonight, kind of like slid in right at the last minute.
Yeah.
Because like we shot a video tonight for the 12 days of Christmas tomorrow. And then I was like, I got to go running. I haven't ran all week because I've been working on the 12 days of Christmas. So I was like, I got to get in a quick 5K, which is a cool way of saying 3 miles. Let's be honest. Anyone that says a 5K pisses me off. It's like, I ran a 5K today. You ran 3 miles. Breathe. Okay.
Yeah.
Breathe, down, Superman. Bro. Yeah.
Down,
I ran a 10K. All right, 6 miles. Good, much better. Like, now you can say I ran 6 miles. But yeah, so anyways, I ran a quick 3 miles just to get it in. So it was like, I just got to go like do something because I need that. Because we all know how this. All right, that's mine. What is yours?
Okay.
When you're stuck on a show for 2 hours, is that?
Oh, looking at you, Kip. Looking at you, shot fire. Derek was asleep.
Tell me more, Mr. Myers. Tell me more.
Oh, man. I do have, this is probably my number one annoyance in car audio trends right now. It's the hate in the bass head and even SQ community. That's the thing that annoys me.
What do you mean, man? You mean if you're not on my team, you suck?
Yes, exactly. Or if you are on my team, but you don't think exactly the way I think, you also suck, and I hate you, and I hope you die.
You go to hell. You go to hell. Yeah.
That's like, I show obviously I was trolling with the 80 PRS in Kenwood. I knew exactly the response I was going to get.
Oh, yeah.
With the headline, even though, I don't even really say nothing bad about the 80 PRS in the video itself. So I'd expected that, but people get really, really mad.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I like what was it T-Fade? And he was like, I got like 7 of these. I didn't even know it did it. And I'm sitting there going, he's got 7 of these?
Yeah.
Like, I filled the toilet before we went on live, and I flushed it because it was okay. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about having 7 of those. It's like, why?
Well, I'm ashamed to admit I've had 3 of them.
Oh, hey, look, back in its day, it was the radio to have.
Yeah.
And that day has moved on.
But the people have not. The people have not moved on.
No.
I will tell you that for 100% sure.
No, it's sad. It's definitely sad. Anyways, before we went on, since we were talking about hate, I figured I'd give you some reason to hate me. So this is my Christmas present to myself.
Oh man!
So if Sue's watching and you hear a scream in the other room, I don't even know if she knows about this yet. So this is a.
Anytime you see a white Canon lens, that's money. That's money.
Look at that freaking piece of glass, dude. That is literally right next to my head. That's not a depth. Like, it's not like I'm going like this. This is right there. Look at the size of that. So this is the limited run. I think they made this back in the 80s. This is the. Hold on, let me pull this piece of foam off there. He's
going to lose it in the comments. I'm telling you.
This is 200 millimeter f1.8. Yeah,
200 millimeter
f1.8. That's why it has this. Jesus, this is heavy as shit too. I think my 300 millimeter weighs less than this does.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I wish she would just come in and pop you in the head real quick and then jump back out of the frame.
But dude, so quick story, non-car audio related, but car audio related, because let's be honest, pictures are cool and pictures of car audio. This was a lens that came on the market back in the 80s, way before I got into this, and I've always wanted this lens, but they haven't made it in like 30 years. So I've been keeping an eye out, if just like I want an Orion Beast. See, that's how I connected it to car audio. And one came up over the weekend, and I was like, oh, son of a bitch. I need
it. I need it. My precious.
And I told myself, I was like, if one of these comes up, I'm gonna buy it, because I will never get a chance to buy another one of these again. And dude, this one came with the goddamn packaging foam. I mean,
wow.
Like, this is the packaging foam from 30 years ago. And I was like, and you saw the box. Look at the box. This is the box this thing comes. It comes in it's crazy. So this was my Christmas present to myself. Or just I like to say that it's kind of stupid, but so, and it weighs a ton. Like, this thing is so freaking heavy.
Well, and if for people that don't know, like, a fixed focus lens are usually the most expensive lenses you can get.
Oh yeah,
especially when they're f1.8.
Okay, so I had to take pictures this weekend or last week. I don't know, Thanksgiving. So just to give you an idea, this is a 200 millimeter f1.8. This is a 50 millimeter 1.8. So that's the 50 That's the 200 1.8. So yeah.
Oh, I don't think
I'm sorry. This is a 1.2. My bad. This is the 1.2. This is the 1.8. I don't even know anymore. I just go, oh, you want to talk about depth of field? Yeah. Hold my beer.
Yeah. You're going to have a hard time keeping a fly in focus.
Oh, yeah. You're going to go back between his eyes and his nuts. So anyways, that was my excitement. Sorry to jump the show.
No, man. I love it.
Oh, so also, these are doing great, by the way.
Oh,
so for all you guys,
you got a shout out on Car Audio Fab too. I
know, yeah, right. Thank you for actually telling me about that. Let's be honest, you were the one that told me.
Yeah.
And no, Mark, because Mark's part of Mobile Solutions, so I'm sure he's going to do his video on these at some point. But if you guys haven't got these, or you don't know what they are, these are the wire rulers, so you can pick them up on Mobile Solutions. I won't spend or talk about them now, because I think we know now. Better off telling Sue okay, so here's the funny part. If we want to talk about, like, we're all married or dating, we can safely assume that. No, let's slow down the Sue purchase user. Okay, let me just tell you, Sue just got a brand new bathroom that costs way more than my lens. All right, so here's the funny part. So this was a Sunday, and we're all hanging out doing our Sunday things, because that's our only day off, and that's when we get to do stuff. We don't talk about anything. We just go family, go Disney, go whatever. So, and Sue also bowls Sunday night. She's a bowler. I'm not a bowler. My shoulders are both. So all day we're together, and she wants to get her bathroom done. Like, she's gotten prices. She's done all the work. All she needs from me is the credit card, my credit card. And all day we're together. I'm sitting down watching TV, and I get a text message. She just left for go bowling. Hey, when do you think we can do my bathroom? We've literally been together all day, and you send me a text message to ask me. You can't ask me to my face. What the hell? Isn't this just, I mean, do I look like I'd be angry and yell at someone? No, I'm a sensitive, caring guy.
He's a very calm man.
Very calm.
I've never seen him get animated once.
No, not at all. I was just like, really? Yeah. Come on, man.
Oh, that's how they do me around here too, man. They don't just come talk to you. I'm the only one in the living room or the kitchen, and I get a text. My wife's doing whatever she's doing. The kids are in their rooms doing what they're doing, and I just get a text.
Yeah. All right. What else you got,
Justin?
What else you got for me?
All right. One more thing annoying trend that I hate. Now, see, I was very unprepared for this, just so you know.
Okay.
But I do hate a lot of things in the car audio community. I'm stalling now. I'm stalling now.
Why?
I would say I don't like the whole SQ loud thing.
SQ loud?
Yeah, because like we're not really talking about SQ at that
No.
point. We're
Well,
just you want it to sound, you want it to sound the way you want to sound. It's not SQ.
okay, so let me defend SQ loud. Okay, let me put a spin on it that might bring you around. So if you look at the two extremes, you have SPL way the hell over here, and you have sound quality way over here. Okay, so most of us are right in the middle where my face is at. That's where we want to be. But we all want it loud, and we all want it to sound good. So if you're way over here, it sounds good, but it's not loud. And if you're way over there, it's loud, but it doesn't sound good. Keep in mind, there's both extremes. Okay, there's a loud guy that sounds good, and there's a sound quality guy that gets loud. But most of the time, it's like this will get to 130 decibels, and this will get to 230 decibels. And that's kind of the go between. So when we do a car, the object is to find out, okay, what is the goal here? And most people want, they say they want it not loud, but they do. And then they just want it to sound good. So what you're trying to do is create a presence across the front, an image, a main vocal, instruments to the left and right, and all that, but do it at a level that is loud, like you're at a concert. Okay. And there's a guy up on stage, and not saying that they're going to play it that way all the time, but like we want to make sure that when I'm sitting in the car, and if it's the right equipment, not all equipment, obviously equipment only gets so loud, but like this Viper is convertible. We ended up having to go with T1s because that's all that would fit. And it was active off of 1005. Passive active off of 1005. So we use the Rockford crossovers because the 1005 doesn't have the 10-time multiplier switch, which if you don't know what that is, we could always tell you. But so a full 4 channels going to these T1s that are, the tweeters are literally like freaking in your face. So we had to tone those down, which was good because they're on their own channels. And these mid bass that are like right there. And it's just like, I'm looking at Fernando, I'm going, the top's down. It's just so much sound. Okay. And it's like perfect, and I start up the car, I'm rubbing up the engine, and I'm trying to, it's got to drown out that exhaust. So it's like a Jeep. We actually just did a Jeep build in a Viper, but, when the guy gets like K2s or Flax or Morels or the Millie Pros or something like that, they're doing that because they want it to sound good, but they want it to be, when they go like this, they want it to be like, frick yeah. And that to me is the definition of SQ loud. So it's like there's still a presence, there's still a main vocal in the center, there's still instruments to the left and right, there's still everything that you would expect to see at a sound competition, but it's elevated to this level. Sure,
concert level.
Yeah, it's not going to be as like, oh, did you hear the mosquito fly by? Yeah, it's not going to do that because we don't care. Because did you hear that cymbal? What? Did you hear the cymbal? What? Did you hear the cymbal? Yeah. No, I can't hear you though.
Just to be clear, I'm those people. But I know what I'm going for is not SQ. That's the
right.
Put it like this. My buddy JDR, he'll have a full-on SQ system in the front right, tuned all the way up. But on his sub, he has 2,400 watts.
Yeah.
And he's like, sometimes he wants to lay the gravy on.
Yeah. Sometimes he's a little bit country, sometimes a little rock and roll.
Sometimes you got to put the gravy on. That's all it is.
Well, that's why somebody asked me, like, how do you time align a sub? I'm like, you don't. I mean, if you want to time align your sub, you pick a volume that it sounds good at, and you time align it to that volume, and that's where it'll always be if you want to listen to a time aligned sub. But as soon as you decide that I want some more bass, you go, whoop, and the time alignment goes out the window for the subwoofer because now it's just like, I am bass monster. I'm going to crush you.
Yeah, or you do like Scott and you put 4 15 inches on a RFT 4000.
Dude, that is an awesome amplifier.
That's huge.
Dude, they're so awesome though. Like that was, dude, I love the Warhorse on the Wall because that's like the biggest stupid looking amplifier. And those T4000s were like, Hell yes. And when they got rid of those and went with the 2500.1, which is a collector's item at this point, and even though you could still get them, it's like, it's not the same.
Which one had the lights on it?
The 2500.
The 25, the first edition, though, right?
Oh, no, the 2500 still has them. You talking about old amps or new amps? The current amp.
The current
power,
amp,
yeah. The Power Series 2500.1.
It still has the little.
Yeah, it still has the VU meters. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow. Oh yeah, still has them. And then they had the T1004.
Yeah,
which was
Derek's
the
got
same.
one of those.
Yeah, which is the 4-channel version of it that they don't make anymore. Which is dumb because it's like, really, guys?
That's a lot of. I know when I don't know if he's done a video on it or he just showed me the results, but that thing's ridiculous. So I don't want to say.
Oh, how much power it is?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's stupid.
And
that's probably why they don't make it anymore, because they were just like, we really don't. But it's funny. Now we need it. When they had it out, we didn't. Because if you think about it, all these bass heads would love a 1,000 of a 4x1000, which was 250 by 4 or 500 by 4 or whatever the hell it was. They'd love that, but now we don't need it.
Okay, so Derek said he did do the video. I can't remember.
I don't get this. Is Dean so high up he can't relate to other bass guys? No. I mean, I can totally relate to bass guys. I love bass guys.
You were just defending them, literally.
I was just defending the bass guys. I mean, I'm jealous of the bass guys because I have no bass. If you watched last week's show, that was what I said I wanted.
Yeah. The dream system. It's the bass system.
My system is designed to make me smile. I could care less what other people think. In reality, that's true. I mean, I feel like. So in my world that we're talking about, one of the things that irritates the piss out of me is that there are certain people in this industry that want to make things way more complicated than they need to be. Okay. So integrating into a factory system is hard. There's no question about it. In a modern car, if you don't know what you're doing, it can get to be very tricky. If you're just adding a subwoofer, there's plenty of tools out there that, as you learned the other night in your extended class, there are plenty of tools out there that can get you into a car and get you subwoofer. I mean, that's what Haley's car is. It was the teaching tool that we did to show people how to take a key and put it into a car and call it a day. And we've done plenty of videos where we show people how to use an RTA or a voltmeter or oscilloscope or whatever it is. All those tools are there. If you don't know how to use those tools, then you really shouldn't be playing with these new cars. There's certain steps you have to take, but sometimes it's like, okay, scale it down a minute and you go, okay, if there's no fake engine noise.
Yes, it's still true.
Yeah, totally. So if you have if you have a car that doesn't have fake engine noise or any of that crap in it, so let's just pretend in this world we have a car that doesn't have that, or we can disable it. If you've got a car that has 6 channels of output, okay, so like it has an amplifier, maybe 7 channels of output. So there's like, say, a tweeter, a mid-range, rear, and a sub. Okay, and you're like, what am I gonna do? What do I need to worry about? If you do power for power, meaning if you take an amplifier and put it on the mirroring channel, so if you put an amp on the tweeter, an amp on the mid, amp on the rear, an amp on the sub, and you mirror those same things, okay, and use a high level to low level to do it, that's the easiest that it gets, okay? But you might have all pass filters or combing or there might be. If it's there from the factory, yes, it's going to be there afterwards, but they've already done the work for you. Okay, they've already said, well, it's going to sound like shit. Well, if we put this filter in there, it might sound better. So if you're just looking to build a basic system, okay, and not overcomplicate your life, and everyone always assumes, oh, I got tweeters and mids, I need to sum those. No, you don't. Just put an amp on each one. Go active. Everyone, that's the big catchphrase right now. Let's do active. Do active. Let's do active. Are we gonna be in a play and do active? I mean, what are we doing?
We got it. Yeah, I mean, I probably, if I had a 19 or a 20 vehicle, honestly, I probably wouldn't even do the install myself.
No, I mean, why would you? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like the cars that I'm messing with now, yes, it's easy. I don't care. It's I'm still back in 2001.
dude, I gotta tell you though, some of these old cars we get in there and we'll do, and I'll be like, how in the hell did we do these? Like, what were we doing back then? Because like, I either that or I just way too complicate things now. Because like, how did we put speakers in these things? I mean, do we just like?
Yeah.
I mean, what did we use for mounts? Did we just drywall screw them in, 3-inch drywall screws? I mean, because it's like now it's like, oh, the car's 10 years old. We got to make brackets. We got to do all this stuff, and it's like, what did we do 10 years ago?
Yeah, we can't buy the brackets for this. What are you talking about?
Well, you got $200. Buy all of them. That's pretty much every single shallow mount woofer there is. I don't know.
Not getting the JL shallow mount for that much. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. That's one of those things. That's one of those annoying questions. And no offense, man. Thank you for the $2, but it's like, man, we have those other channels that we can play that game on. The answer to that question is the Kicker Comp RT. So I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
I actually have a secondary suggestion.
Oh, go.
The Sundown SD4.
Yeah,
it's not a true shallow mount though.
No, and that's the problem.
It doesn't need room because it has an inverted cone, so it doesn't need as much room or inverted surround.
Okay, yeah, so that one. That's a nice one. Yeah. That's the problem though with a lot of those loud style is like they're fine if you don't need they're fine if you have a shallow box, but you have room in front of the driver. It's like it's not how it works. Because like the Scar woofer is the same way. It's not the same way. It has the big. I'm like, what are you gonna do with that? Like, it's got like 2 inches of excursion. I mean, if I had 2 inches, I would just put a bigger woofer in there.
True.
Just saying. I mean, make a grill, maybe. I don't know.
All right. Next. Oh, the TW1s are under 200. Okay.
Oh, are they? Oh, there you go.
I guess so. I did not know that.
I still wouldn't buy it. Good for them. Look, man.
It's just a grudge match at this point.
No, hey, okay. So, not every manufacturer makes great everything. Okay, there's price points to be made, and I get it. Like, I'm a big advocate of I want to own something special, and if I want to own something by X brand, and they make this affordable version of it, and that'll get me into that brand. Well, yeah, okay. I mean, I might buy it just because, like, when the Morel Hegtalars came out, I was like, dude, if you want to own Morel speakers and get a Morel experience and hear what a Morel sounds like for $300, you can get this awesome Bluetooth speaker, and you can hear a Morel because they're 100% Morel speakers. It's not just some weird Chinese trash that they put their name on. Like, to me, that makes sense. But a manufacturer that's like Pioneer, you have A series, D series, Z series, and all these other weird, and it's like, if you're buying an A series Pioneer and you're asking, what do you think? I think you need to get a better job and save more money because it's just a speaker. It's just filling a hole in a door.
So
that's all it is.
You're not looking forward to the Louis Vuitton Bluetooth speaker. That's what I'm sensing.
Oh, I would totally buy that. It'll go with my wallet.
Yeah, your wallet and your purse or whatever.
My shoes. Yeah, I got shoes. Yeah, totally Louis out, man.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I've got, you guys can't see it, but
the pretty amp over there.
Yeah, we're gonna be testing that. Derek's doing his Sunday. I'm doing my Monday.
So y'all aren't ready for some China SQ products. It all comes from China.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
It all comes from China. It's where is it designed? Okay, so I mean, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. Like it's hand built. It's like they always say it about cigars. Oh, these are hand rolled in the legs of whatever. It's like, no, I'm good. I'll be over here. I don't care who built it so much so as who designed it. To me, I feel that's the new most important thing. Like, who designed this amplifier? I mean, yeah, sure. Okay. Partly where it's built, who built it is certain places do better jobs than others. There's no question about it. But who designed it is, I feel, the most important thing in that, because the design aspect of the product is where the rubber meets the road. Who built it is just the final guy that says, it's like the guy that puts the pieces, the guy that lays the brick down is just following the instructions that the architect laid out for him. Don't get me wrong. If you're a bricklayer, I understand. There's shit you need to know. But it's not like you came up with the design. You might argue with the guy and say, this isn't going to work because I do this shit for a living. Not talking about that. I'm just simply talking about, I've made this design. Your job is to make this happen. So put these in this and make this wall however you need to do it.
Yeah. And we're going to double check to make sure you did it that way.
Yeah. And there again, I got nothing against bricklayers. I've paid them before.
And that's something I'm going to cover in my video because I think people get confused with cookie cutter amps from companies that we won't even mention that just put their name on it. The Hi-Fi Vega 2005 or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, totally.
Versus, Kicker, JL, Rockford Fosgate, and many other companies that design their products. Have them built over there and then come back.
So Rockford, if you ever buy a Rockford amp, you'll see it comes with a spec sheet. And what it is they built the machine that the circuit board passes through. So they have this machine that any amp that is built goes through into this machine, and they have these points that come up and touch on the amplifier. And it reads everything. And then the points come down, and then it spits out the sheet. And then the next one comes in, the points go up, and they test everything, and the points go down. And so before it goes into the heatsink, this is something that happens. And a lot of these manufacturers do it. JL does something similar to this. Like JL, I was told, has a, and there again, this is by another manufacturer, says they have cameras that are, looking and taking pictures. Like a lot of these factories that produce things, they take pictures of every thing that passes through so they can go back and say, what serial number was it? And it's like, here's the picture of it being made. You're right. This is fucked up. So they do that, and then there's a guy that's his job is to go through all the pictures and make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be. And it's like, but that's what you're paying for. When you look at an amp that's like double the money of another amp of its same, you're paying for the design and you're paying for the quality control, or you're paying for a container of 5,000 amplifiers.
Yeah, you're pre-ordering so that they can pay the distributor and then take their cut out and send it to you.
Yeah. So
and I can verify the picture taking because we actually do that on all of our batteries as well.
Right.
And every step of the process, and it's date stamped, and everybody signs off at it at a certain point. So when something messes up, they know exactly where it happened, why it happened, and they could track down every other battery happened that day.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I like that. Waiting on the Wilson Audio BD-3001.
Yeah,
I bet you it fails the dyno though.
Or it literally catches on fire.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
That's I wish we would have caught that. We've caught things on fire at Derek's house, and it's a good time.
What y'all smoking? Amplifiers. Want to hit?
Yeah. 3 dudes up chuckling at 2 and 3 in the morning testing amps. That's a good time, man.
Unfortunately, I've spent enough 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning at the shop doing stuff that that's not a good time to be doing anything car audio related. My experiences at that time and your experiences at that time, 2 totally different levels of joy.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what you would enjoy. I'll just jump into one of my little stories. It was up the North Carolina meet, the 2nd or 3rd. And we went to this guy, Chad's house, has a completely sound deadened garage, 2-story garage. The entire top completely sound deadened. We get there about midnight. We're up 3 or 4 hours wailing on new 15-inch subwoofers with 3,000 watt amps and home tower speakers that cost $15,000 that are to the ceiling. That you would have had a good time doing that.
Oh yeah, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
So it says one of the things here, Daryl says, designed and assembled in the U.S. is very important. More Americans can buy car audio, I think is what it said. More Americans can buy more systems. There again, like I said, when I said I don't care where it's made, that didn't mean I don't care that it's not made in the U.S. Just I don't care where it's assembled. So whether it's made in the U.S., Thailand, Singapore, Japan, China, like it doesn't matter to me. You work your thing out. I mean, I've been to audio control and watched them make the products. We filmed the documentary on it. I mean, it's a very odd thing to actually see people building things in a place.
Yeah.
So don't assume that because I just said I don't care where they build it, I didn't mean the United States. See, that's you putting words in my mouth that weren't there. So,
well, and they forget that most people, I think, can agree with it. We'd like to have more stuff built in the United States.
oh
but
yeah, of course. Why wouldn't we?
It's not always feasible, you know.
Well, I can tell you, I've talked to several manufacturers about this topic because I mean, it's one of those things that gets brought up, and one of them was like, "Yeah, we've done that." And we're never going to do it again. It was a nightmare. It was legit a nightmare. Like we've never had a higher failure rate. We've never had more problems. It was just an issue. They had a bad experience, whatever that means. It was the Italian job. They had a bad experience and they're like, we never want to go back to that again. And it's like, okay, so they've settled on something else. Now, there again, it was in-house. So what we need is a giant amplifier manufacturing facility that's overseas to open in the United States that can produce amplifiers just like they can. So naturally, I'll assume that like a build house that makes products is what we need in the US. We don't need like X brand to make their own amplifiers. We need X brand to design their amplifiers and go to Y build house and say, hey, can you build this for me? And they go, sure. That will change the dynamics of all of it. Back when Rockford was making their amplifiers and Precision were making those and Ryan was making theirs and Soundstream and all these guys were making their amplifiers, there was no cohesion going on. There was just like everyone is designing shit. Products are coming in. There was no savings. There was no discounts. There was no train. Yeah. But if we open build houses in the United States to give Americans jobs, Jesus, I hate this conversation. To give Americans jobs and do that. Well, that's what we would need to do it, so that we have trained professionals that do this for a living, and we're not relying on these manufacturers to try to do something that they don't have the capability of doing anymore. They know how to work with build houses, so open a goddamn build house.
Yeah, I mean that's how they make processors.
Yeah.
Intel does make some of their processors, but AMD doesn't. A bunch of companies do
it's like, here's my architecture. I need this built.
Yeah.
Speaker manufactured in the U.S. They own me from any. Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's why wouldn't you? I mean, but that's what we need. That's for all you guys wondering, like that's what has to happen here in the U.S. in order for us to be competitive again and the globally, and that's not happening. So until that happens, because I mean, you look at audio control and you look at how much product they can kick out in a day, and it's nothing. It's like right. So like when we were talking to Chris and he's like, I come back to the warehouse and he's like, I look and see how many LC7Is I have on the shelf, and I go, okay. We're down to here. I call up they have 2 facilities where they build shit. I call up that place. And I say, I need, a run of LC7Is. So boom, they make a run of LC7Is. And it's like, okay, that's weird, but yeah, that's cool. But they're a small company. I mean, there's like 30 people that work there, if for the whole place, it's like their department of engineers is like 5 guys. I think it might be 4 guys, But they do it here in the U.S. So like there's something that most car audio companies aren't. And that's why we love them so much, because it's like everyone that's like, oh, well, they're made over here, and it's like, okay, yeah, but they're doing it as best they can with the cards that we have on the table here in the United States. It's like there's certain things that we can't buy in the United States, made in the United States. Right or wrong, I'm not here to debate that. It's just how it is. Those factories left a long time ago. I don't care whose fault it was, because
it doesn't matter at this point.
It doesn't matter. It's done. Blame whoever you want. You know what the blame game does? Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah. That's the truth, man.
Manufacturing in the
US is small. It's small. Yeah. I live it every day. We have we have about 100 people and 5 engineers. So
yeah. I mean,
that's just how it goes now.
It's funny. It's like iData, they're Canadian. Okay, which to me is just like like USA Light, but they're all engineers. Like everyone that works there is an engineer. They have like 30 some odd engineers that work there, And it's like, wow, really? Even the guy in charge of the RR project, the guy we talked to, Mark, he's an engineer. So he's the head guy and he's an engineer. And it's like, oh, wow. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I mean, I guess you kind of got to know what you're talking about to these goofballs. But
and they're just all in. And plus, why does everyone from Canada, when they speak, every word they say sounds like they're ending it in a question?
Well, that's a northern thing. Pennsylvania's the same way.
Wisconsin, yeah, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's just a northern thing. Are you?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it? Yeah, I can't even do it right now because it's like, yeah, no, I'm used to that. Because I come from that part of the world,
Yeah.
But I don't end everything. I don't know. I was different. I moved here at 10, so it was like, I can't say y'all, but I will change just a tad.
Yeah.
I can't do the Southern accent thing.
Oh, I can. I slip in and out of it.
What, are you kidding me? You do it all the time.
Yeah.
But yours is the Midwest accent,
Yeah. Well, you've let me get my wife on here one time. Then we'll really hear a country accent. Man, we're at our hour.
Oh God, we made it! Woo! We made it! No topic, we made it.
Yeah, we just winged
how the hell we did it. We totally winged that. That's because somebody's been super busy this week, and that's you, not me. This
both
guy,
of us.
Mr. Frickin' Live over here.
What do you got to pimp?
Tomorrow you'll get the first week of the 12 Days of Christmas video up, so you can see what's coming out. We go through the whole week and what you're gonna win. We're gonna do that every week, so we figured that would be the easiest way to do it. So we got that. Also, if you're not watching the 911 series over on Instagram, obviously check that out. Follow us on Instagram, 5-star Car Stereo. And of course, if you want to know about 12 Days of Christmas, head over to DNF Tool Drawer. That's DNFToolDrawer.com, where you can scroll down. And trust me, you can't miss it. If you scroll down, you'll see it. It's a big advent calendar on the bottom right-hand side of the page. It looks like a freaking rainbow. Click on that, and you can see everything that you could possibly win is up there. There are some restrictions depending on where you live in the United States. Not our restrictions. They're the manufacturers that supplied us with the product. So we're doing what we can to make sure everyone gets something.
And buy a D-wire ruler.
Oh, but not a D-wire. D-wire ruler. So head over to Mobile Solutions mobilesolutions-usa.com. Pick up the D-wire ruler. Comes in 5 attractive colors. And here they all are. There's the blue. Everyone likes the blue. I like the green. This is my color here, but buy whatever color you like. The reason why they're like this is so they stand out on the workbench. Because if they were clear, you wouldn't see them. And black, you can't see through, and you kind of need to see through them to see what's going on. But you can pick up Mobile Solutions. They're 1 for $25 and 2 for $40, and they come as 2 pieces. So there's actually, you get a short version and a long version. That's why it has this little puzzle piece in the bottom, so you can attach them together. And that's it.
And I would suggest you buy every color because they're like Pokemon.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, if you want to try to win one, we will be giving 5 of these away in the 12 Days of Christmas the first week. So we have we're doing mobile. I'm sorry, iData has a day of giveaway where we're giving away the cool metal panel tools. They gave us 24 of those to give away. And we're also going to give 5 of those winners a ruler of the color of my choice. So, some days, we're doing one big system. Other days, we're doing like a bunch of stuff. Like Tom's Ramsey Consulting Group sent me a whole bunch of stuff. So it's like, dude, we got an extant jacket to give away. We got a 2X JL jacket. We got a bunch of hats. We got oscilloscopes. He's just like all the things that because he's been doing this longer than me, and he's just accumulated all this stuff, and he's got an addiction problem with oscilloscopes because he'll review them and write owner's manuals and stuff like that on them. So he's like, I got all this shit, I'm just gonna send it to you. I was like, I'll take it. So we're just giving it all away. There is there is a you have to answer a question, but that's as hard as it's going to get, and it'll be Google. You got hours to do it, so it's like you got like 5 hours to answer the question. So
easy.
It's so hard. Literally, we're asking you to win to like the system from Hertz. It's like a Helix. That's like a $4,000 system, and all you got to do is do one thing. That's it.
For my 12 days of streaming, I just need to interview the winner after they won and be like, "Oh, dude, are you pumped? What do you got to say?"
I don't even know where to begin.
So I do have something comes up.
Yes.
Chinese SQ amps. Derek is doing one Sunday. I'm doing one Monday. I have been racking my brain to find a clickbait title that is not slightly racist. I've run a bunch through my head, and anytime you use the word Chinese or something like that, it skews that way, man. So, so I'm racking my brain. I'm gonna come up with something good.
You guys spend way too much. Like, if I had a week to think of a title for a video, I'm sure we'd do way better because it's like my titles are like, what is this? This is this. This is the
Yeah.
duck. You know, I don't have.
Well,
I
I'm
guess I
trying to
should.
make people mad on the internet. We talked about this earlier.
Yeah, I know, and you do a great job at it. I'm just trying to entertain people. It's like just watch the video, please, for the love of God. That's all I got.
Just watch it. All right, man.
All right. All right. Same bad time.
Same black channel.
See you next week.
Yeah. Later.